Welcome, traveler, to Class&Cool, where campfires crackle, steel sings, and legends are forged one pull at a time. Tonight, we venture into forgotten ruins, brave, dangerous dungeons, and chase rare loot across wild frontiers. Allies may rise, enemies may awaken, and the next epic story could begin with our very first step. Ready your spells, sharpen your blade. The adventure starts now.
All right. Hope everybody's having a great night. Boy, it's been a minute since I've been here. Happy August 1st. And once again, I'm on super late. It's 1:22 in the morning East Coast time. And man, I've had a lot of technical difficulties, but I'll get to that. I'm finally here, finally back, ready for some EQ Legends. If it's your first of all, to all my boys, what's up, boys? Good to see you. And to all the new people, my name is Class&Cool. I cover classical and cool MMORPGs, and honestly RPGs in general. So I'll probably end up doing a lot more than just EverQuest or Monsters and Memories stuff later on, but that's, we'll see what happens. To all the boys, what's up, man? Hope you guys are doing good. Been enjoying some M&M, some EQ Legends, and some other things. I've been ghosting all of y'all, and mainly because of my audio issues, man. I had in-game audio issues where it was mono instead of stereo. Then I had my Rode pod mic USB. It was all jacked up. I ended up getting a Shure SM7DB, which was completely unnecessary and actually only created more issues. So spent weeks arguing with Claude and ChatGPT trying to get it right, doing hours upon hours of tests, overlooking the simplest solution because I was overcomplicating in my head. And even now, throughout the stream, there's probably going to be audio issues. There's going to be stuff that's too loud, stuff that's too quiet, so we're going to treat this as a welcome back test stream, and we'll see what happens, but things will get better over time. And I was thinking about this for anyone that's trying to do this or get into streaming, just start doing it, right? Just start doing it. Don't worry about the video. Don't worry about the audio. Don't worry about anything. The only thing that really matters is show up, be entertaining, have fun, enjoy what you do. Because if you get caught up in the minutia of trying to have perfect production quality from the very get-go, it's you'll never get started. You know what I mean? And I was in that analysis paralysis stage where I'm it has to be perfect, and that's just my own personal OCD when it comes to anything to do with creative tasks. So anyways, I'm over it. I'm back. Hopefully I stay back. Looking forward to Monsters and Memories in October. I'm looking forward to EQ Legends. EQ Legends, for those of you that don't know, it's EverQuest, but it's recently launched in July, maybe a couple days ago, I think on the 28th. And basically it's a custom take on classic EverQuest. It's classic EverQuest Plus, basically. So you get to choose up to 3 classes, you get all these cool skills. It's it's like EverQuest arcade mode, basically. And it's something I didn't think I'd enjoy, because I wasn't a THJ, the hero's journey. I wasn't a THJ enjoyer. I was always a Quorum player, classic and all this other stuff. But surprisingly enough, I've actually been having a great time during the beta. So fresh character, fresh wipe, fresh launch. We're going to be playing as Thranduil. So Thranduil, Tolkien, the Hobbit, the father of Legolas. So that's who we're going to be. And we're going to be a ranger, druid, paladin. And before you start, don't even start. I get it. Ranger, druid, aren't they just the same thing, only with some stripped away abilities and ports? Yes and no. And for me, it's all about the adventure, the role play, and just having fun with my character. I'm not a min-maxer. I'm not gonna sit there and like rush to level 60. I'm gonna play this the same way I play EverQuest. It might take me 7 years to get to level 60. So if you're here to hang out and chill, welcome. And one more thing, a quick shout out to my members. This intro is a lot longer than normal, but Atari DC, Drew ATX, It's Only Lee, Supiro 9370, Slayheim, as I always mess it up, Asmodania, Pox 37, and there's actually one more person that I haven't been able to add to the list, but his name is, and it's not that I don't remember his name, like I know his name, but I just don't know it off the top of my head. Who am I missing? I think it's Supiro. Yeah, anyways, you don't need to be a member, you don't need to support this channel. I do this for fun, but for those that do support this channel, thank you. It's very appreciated. So let's go have some fun in Norrath. I'm gonna turn on my chat, say what's up to the boys, and yeah, let's do it. And I apologize for the wait, y'all. I know it's been like over a month. Hopefully I can get back to like a weekly schedule. So anyways, without further ado, let's hop into it. Alright, we are back in Kelethin. We got Thranduil, the Wood Elf, and so keep in mind, this is a rusty and a chill session, so I'm going to try to remember where everything is. It's going to be just like my first time playing EverQuest. Normally when I take a break for more than a month, I forget how to use the WASD key, so that's just the way it is. So that's that. So we have everything set up. I spent a few minutes in the tutorial zone, so getting everything set up. I yoinked me some of the speed boots, boots of speed or whatever. Yeah, I didn't do that through my first playthrough, and then somebody mentioned in a YouTube short that you can actually put them in these extra slots, and since it does 4 AC and 5 HP, I basically cheesed it. So anyways, let me say what's up to the boys. Classic EverQuest said, I'm awake, let's go. What's up, brother, man? Good to see you, Classic EverQuest. Mr. Snugs, hello there. Hello there. Drew ATX said, welcome back. Thank you, brother, I appreciate it. And Classic EverQuest said, I can hear you better than ever. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. And, you know, I'm sure there's going to be issues and errors, but I'm going to keep dialing it in. And one of the main feedbacks I used to get is that the YouTube video was overall too quiet. And I still don't think I fixed that issue, to be honest with you. One thing I'll ask for feedback on is the playlist I'm going to be playing in the background. Let me know if it gets too loud. Like right now when I'm looking at my limiter, my faders, it looks like it's too loud. So just keep me posted, guys. That's one thing I would appreciate. It sounds fine. I'm monitoring what it sounds like on YouTube with my Bluetooth headset, but you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Classic EverQuest said, which server did you choose? I chose Rivervale because I heard it's like more of like the unofficial roleplay server. Wait, what? This zone will shut down in 15 minutes. Please zone elsewhere or use pick zone. Player corpses will appear in the main zone. Oh, man. Okay. Well, that sucks. Classic Ever said, and are you surprised there wasn't a Kelethin server? I was actually surprised. There should have been a Kelethin server. Oh, we gotta fix this. And you know what? I don't like that they're using the modern spell icons. I was really enjoying the classic spell icons. So we need to fix this big orb. I can't stand that. So we're gonna turn that off somehow. Accessibility, sound realism, display. Bro, where is it? Okay, general, show helm, context. Don't tell me you can't modify it. So hold up, there has to be, because the reason I know this is because you can modify the spell, not the spell, the freaking numbers, the floating text. So I'd assume it's in the same section. Sorry, the thinking part of my brain doesn't work really well when I'm multitasking and streaming. Okay, that's gameplay. Oh, here you go. Mouse look, mouse wheel, left click, right click, hold shift. Okay. Legacy cameras, nope. Okay, interface. Show 3D target range. Oh, thank God. Oh, that's so annoying. Look, it's freaking blinding, dude. Now, let me see if they let you change it. UI scaling. What is this? I'm scared to push this button. No, we're not gonna mess with it. Okay, let's turn it off for now. It's too distracting. Draw distance, nameplates. I don't have a problem with this being maxed out. Let me see how annoying is that. Let me see. Interface general, alternative textures. Ooh, interface general, alternative textures. Or are you just talking about the show 3D ring? Interface, general. Is there more that I'm missing? Oh, right there. Oh my gosh, thank you, brother. Hold on. There. Yes. Oh my gosh, you're a legend. Thank you, brother. That's what I'm talking about. We got the classic spell icons. Yep. Yeah, because I don't, when I see those like modern EverQuest live icons, I don't even know what that is. Like, what does that even mean? Okay. Alright, so combat text. Okay, my combat text is already set to like the minimal possible thing. I hate floating text. Alright, I think we're good. Let's just freaking do something. Let's go to our guild trainer. UI scaling is experimental support to better handle 4K displays, but it needs work. So I'm assuming Druid ATX, that's what that is. So like I'm on a 4K screen right now, but honestly, it's fine. I'm not gonna mess with it on stream. Holy, it's a lot of people. Everybody wants to be cool. Ordain Tree Hugger the Legend. Bro, that's tight. I didn't know you can do that. I'm definitely gonna make it like Thranduil, like Legolas's dad, the badass. I'm joking. Master True Shot, right? Where's True Shot? He's supposed to be like right here. Hold up. Did they change this? He's the... Oh, Druid Guildmaster. What am I thinking? Ranger. Okay, so let's go to the Ranger. So that's why. UI scale is experimental. Druid ATX said, yeah, but the only options are 2x, 3x, 4x, etc. And even 2x is way too big. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't want it to be big. I like everything minimalistic, and that's just the way I roll. Like, look how tiny my text is. Like, I don't expect any of you guys to like care what it says down here, but I mean, I set that to / chat font size 4, and that's like plenty. Like my vision is cooked, but I'm wearing contacts, so it's not the end of the world. Let's go, Dirty Green Tunic for the win. Alright. Dang, dude. I've only been on for like 10-15 minutes and I'm already super excited to be back in EverQuest. You have no idea, dude. So, pick / pick zone. So what am I gonna do, bro? If they're gonna kick me out of this zone, should I just go to Butcher Block? Anyone know how long the Faydark will be down? Alright. Oh yeah, let's double check our skills first. And do we have any money? We have 6 copper. I don't think I need to do anything here. So bind wound, it's already trained. Dodge, we don't get to level 10. Dual wield. Oh snap, I have dual wield. Yeah, I don't think I need to do anything. Yeah, everything has at least 1 point in it. I think the only thing I should do is go get some spells, but I need some money for that. Do / pick. They probably spinned up extra zones to handle the people, and you got placed zones into a small one that they're shutting down. Oh, I see. / pick. When I do oh, I was about to say. Okay, I understand what you're saying now. Classic EverQuest said, it's just a parallel universe Faydark. There is a bunch going on at once, and yours has too little people to maintain / pick. I get what you're saying. How many people are in here? Well, no, it's saying 45 people. Current zone, Greater Faydark 0, normal players 45. Interesting. I don't know. We'll figure it out one way or another. Either the easy way or the hard way. Hey, give me like a thumbs up if the game audio is not too loud. Just want to make sure everything's balanced. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I remember. So I thought I got some starter spells. I did. So I got Minor Healing, Flame Lick, Snare, Tangling Weeds, Burst of Flame. Gotta move this over here. We don't need Taunt right now either. Burst of Flame, Snare. We need a Fire Beat Alive for that, so I'm just gonna remind myself. Yeah, I'm not gonna spam heal, so I just need Burst of Flame, Snare, and then my attack. Oh, okay, so that's 100 distance for the names. Let me see. Nah, that's janky, dude. Let's turn that off really quick. So nameplates, draw distance. Adjust the speed of faction nameplate fading, size. Oh, nice. Oh, this is nice. I love it. Not too big. Let's just do 90. Well, let's do 6-7. No, I'm kidding. 85. Yeah, that's clean. All right, cool. Oh, look. So it's the freaking cat people. Dude, that is tight. Hasn't the game been out like for like 3 days? How's like... Never mind. Don't answer that question. How is everyone at high levels already? Oh wait, he's only level 10. He just looks dope with that armor. Okay. Alright, let's go kill some stuff. It's nice seeing all these people, dude. Alakazam, love it. I think that's the most exciting part for me, is just seeing a whole bunch of people running around. Because that's still how I remember EverQuest. Like when I played from 1999 to like 2005 or something like that. It was the cool thing of just like seeing a whole bunch of people. All right, balanced stance, evasive range, offensive stance. Where's the one that I like? Let's just do offensive stance for now. Alright, and I'm gonna be rusty, so let's try to figure out how to play this darn game. Come here. Oh yeah, I need to check the audio real quick. I mean, I feel like even with the game audio, it's not too loud. Actually, the spell casting seems kind of loud. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. I'm gonna rewatch the stream like I always do, and I'll figure it out. So why is this dude level 10 and he already has a title? Dicta the Legend, Honduras. So what is this? Can somebody explain this? How do you get a title and what? Like, what's that about? Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. They need to send me my check in the mail. Yeah, I pre-ordered, so I, oof. Oh, that, was that loud? Hold on. One second. That's a bit loud, but I don't think it's going to be happening that often. I'm not going to change all my settings just for that. Alright, so, tell you what, we'll do this. Gameplay, system, sound, we'll do 95. Alright, let's keep moving. So, how do I enable my title, The Legend? So, let me read that, I'm sorry. J Stark79 said, yeah, seeing people in the starting zone is amazing. Yeah, dude, it's the best feeling ever. And then Classic EverQuest said, everyone got the legend for pre-ordering. So how do I turn that on? Oof, that's terrible. Hold on, I need to fix this. Why is it so jacked up? This is my comeback stream, so unfortunately I'm going to be doing a lot of these changes. Yeah, combat text. Okay, so the combat text is fine. But when I'm getting my skill up, it's super large. Weird. Yeah, see that? The level up. Show floating combat text, loot text. Yeah, for some reason the other text is too large, but that's gonna go away. Shift T opens the title window. Available titles. The Legend. I can turn this off, right? It's not gonna be permanent. Uh-oh, it's not letting me turn it on. This is not permanent, right? I know it's a dumb question, but I'm just being extra. Notify when new titles are available. I mean, whatever. Yeah, duh. Jeez, I'm so extra. Alright, cool. Thranduil the Legend. Alright, Drew, thank you for that. Alright, so if we want to make some money, we need to kill some spiders. Oh, cool. That poison effect is dope. So I'm excited to do the new combination. So Warden and Faydark. That's my way of saying, you know, Ranger, Druid, Paladin. So originally I did a, what did I do originally? I did a monk, right? So I did a, turn this down a bit. I can't think with that. So yeah, so I got the Ranger, I got the Druid, and then I had the monk. That's what I did during the playtest, and it was freaking dope, dude. You know, I got my ports, I got all my Druid skills, I got a nice bow, I got my fletching up to like 150, but then I got like a super crazy bow. I was like level 20 and I was killing hill giants. It was freaking phenomenal. Like the utility and everything else was great. It was just a lot of fun. And then with the monk, I had Feign Death, and I was able to do mend and all this other stuff. And then while I liked that, it still felt a little bit off because, like Warden and Faydark, right? I'm supposed to be kind of like Thranduil, right? Dual wielding swords, plate armor wearing, just total badass, right? And the most damage I ever did in that combo was when I didn't have weapons. So it's like, so I can't wear plate armor, and like I'm using hand-to-hand combat. I got a weapon later, but like for a long time I was using hand-to-hand combat because it was the best DPS. So I was like, I don't know if this fits the lore, dude. So that's why I did a lot of thinking, and I was like, yeah, I need to do the Paladin, dude. Oh, and I've never played a Paladin for more than like maybe the first 20 levels in EverQuest. So I had to do like my own little research on like what can a Paladin do. And I was like, oh no, this is when I started to like envision the things I'm gonna be able to do. It's gonna be dope. I mean, the most important thing for me is I want to wear plate. I need to be like literally Thranduil. I don't know if I have a screenshot. There's a specific. No. Yeah, there you go. Open a new tab. Bro. Open like a new window. Open image. Save images. Downloads. Alright. Alright, ready for this? Need the plate armor. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. So for those that don't know, that's who Thranduil is. If you've seen The Hobbit, you've seen Thranduil. Back when Lord of the Rings movies were good. I really hope the new. I mean, I'm gonna leave an open mind that the new Lord of the Rings movie is gonna be great. I know like Rings of Power was a complete disaster. I tried to get through season 2. I think I made it to like one episode, or I made it like to like episode 3. But it's just, it doesn't feel like Lord of the Rings. Like it just doesn't. Sorry. Like they. You know, Bezos, how could you do that? How could you let him do it? And not only that, like, go for a 3rd season. Like, the fact that they're coming out with season 3 of Rings of Power is just, like, mind-blowing. Like, I guess it's not mind-blowing. Like, it's duh. Like, they're gonna finish what they started, but they all need to be fired. And then there needs to be, like, an actual spin-off for Lord of the Rings, which basically does like a parallel universe where like everything that happened in Rings of Power was just like Sauron's grand master plan of doing a parallel universe where everything in Rings of Power was not real, and here's what really happened. I don't know, they got to do some kind of spin to where like to undo everything that Rings of Power did, and then I'll be excited, you know. But I mean, I really like forced myself to get into it. Like in the very beginning when I was watching season 1, like I had such an open mind to everything, and I was like, okay, like I would basically like hold my breath through the cringe parts. Just like, you know. But it just kept getting more cringe and more cringe and more cringe, and I was just like. And you know what? It's for my, especially because I was watching it with my spouse, and she's not a Lord of the Rings person, but she's appreciated, you know, all the old movies. It was like embarrassing because I could even see that she wasn't enjoying it. Like she enjoyed the first 3 movies of Lord of the Rings. She enjoyed the Hobbit movies, but like she wasn't feeling Rings of Power, you know. So we'll see. I'm again for giggles, I'm gonna watch season 3, episode 1, and just see if it's worth, like, if the vibe changed. But from the trailers, it's just they're in the trailer I saw they're befriending an orc. Like, what? Like, orcs are evil. There's no being friends with orcs. You kill them all. It's like, no. Like, I get it. They're gonna have a clever way of doing it, but it's like, why are we even entertaining the fact of, like, partnering with a freaking orc? It's just so stupid, dude. It's jarring is what it is. It's just, it pulls me out of the fantasy and makes me feel like I'm watching something else. I really hope that they get the rights to do movies off of the Silmarillion. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Because there's literally so much more that can be done in the Tolkien universe. And that's the other thing. I don't know, with how picky the Tolkien estate is, I'm shocked that Rings of Powers even got greenlit. Because if Tolkien was alive, he'd be like, oh hell no, you're not doing this. You're changing the lore, you're changing this, you're changing that. It's like, nah. It's stupid. Gamorleo. Lee Pace's Thranduil return is going to be awesome in the new movie coming. Wait, so they're bringing Thranduil back? I'm like so far behind on this stuff. That's awesome if they do. Sudanak said, your perspective is very refreshing to hear. I mean, I'd assume that most people can see through the nonsense, and like again, I forced myself to enjoy season 1 because it's Tolkien, it's Lord of the Rings. You say the word like Tolkien, or you say the word Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, and my ears perk up. I get excited. Like, I grew up to that, and most of us did. You know what I mean? We used to read the books before the movies, right? And you remember the movie would play in your head. You're a kid. You're in 3rd grade, 4th grade. I was young, and I would get teleported into his universe. You know what I mean? I got to learn to attack. And I would sit there, and I'd have images in my head of, like, what it was like, you know? I mean, as with, like, any book, right? The whole point of a book is, like, it's like a movie playing in your head. And when I watched the movie, I already had a movie playing in my head of what Lord of the Rings was like. And the movie was superimposed on my version of it, just perfect, you know what I mean? And I think that's the problem for Rings of Power, is that what I see Lord of the Rings as, and what I remember Lord of the Rings was, like the movies and the books, I just don't, I had to, like, force it to fit. It was like putting, like, a square peg into, what's the saying, into a round hole, and it was exhausting trying to make that square peg fit, basically, you know. By season 2, I mean, like, it was just like, bro, like, I remember one scene, it was like, I think it was Mount Doom or something like that. Something was erupting, like, it was like a nuclear bomb went off, and I was like, okay. And so it's like a nuke just goes off, and like, Galadriel, she's just like standing there, like, frozen, and it's like, it's coming, and it's like frozen, and it's like, I'm like, so is everyone just gonna die? And it's like, and everyone did die except for her, because she's that great, you know. And by the way, Galadriel was dope, you know what I mean, and is dope, but I don't know, man. I felt like, gosh, she what's that? I'm not gonna say what it's called, but it's like, you know how like a resting bee face, right? It's just that angry, frustrated, and she always felt so frustrated, man. Like, and I would get frustrated just watching her get frustrated. So, oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. Ooh, hey, you know what? We just got a fire beetle eye. Perfect. No more talking about Rings of Power. Let's be excited that we're getting a new Lord of the Rings movie. We'll start there. It's great news. It's gonna be great. I think they're gonna do a great job. Holy moly. J.R. Stark 79 said, my conspiracy theory is that it's because it's another way to make evil/bad not be so bad to promote fighting stereotypes. Oh, 100%. Yeah. That's so, like, keep, like, whether you're reading Lord of the Rings, or you're reading Chronicles of Narnia, or you're reading freaking Harry Potter, every story has a message, right? Otherwise it wouldn't be interesting. It could be about, like, the horrors of war, or, you know, the importance of, like, honor and family and love, or whatever. Like, there's always a message. That's what makes good movies good, and that gives them depth. But it's how you implement it, right? And it's just bad writing what they're doing. It's like they're forcing these things, right? And that's what it felt like when I saw that freaking orc teaming up with Galadriel on them. It's just like, okay, it's so obvious what you're trying to do. Exactly what you said. You're trying to paint that, like, what is evil really? I mean, are these orcs really that bad? Or, like, I guarantee you there's probably going to be a scene in that movie. This is so cringe. Oh my god. There's probably going to be a scene in Rings of Power 3 where the orc goes home to his wife and kids. He's like, wow, it's been a very difficult day killing the elves, honey, but I'm so glad to be home to my kids. And they're going to try to, like, paint the orc. Poor orc that's being persecuted by these evil elves and humans. Oh god. Like, I'm embarrassed for them to even thinking about how cringe that would be. But I would imagine they would do something like that, man. Goodness gracious, dude. Oh, that's terrible. Kel said, this reminds me of what they did with World of Warcraft. Another level. They knew people behind development, said it was a mistake putting war in game's name, and now it's all about friendship. Yeah, I saw that. I saw one of the YouTube, like, creators. He made a video and he was talking about that topic, and that's pretty much what the quote from the guy was like. We regret calling it Warcraft. It's like, how freaking dare you? Like, how dare you spit on the IP like that? Like, I grew up playing Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3. And by the way, almost all the games back then were, like, war games, like Total War this and this and that and that. It's just because what we were cool. The boys, that's what we like. Like, how many of you played with the little green army men growing up? How many of you, like, would sit in class and draw on a blank sheet of paper, but you draw, like, a battlefield, and there would be, like, battleships and, like, planes and, like, missiles flying. It's like, it was freaking cool, dude. Like, instead they're treating it as like, oh, we don't want to glorify war and we want to make everything about friendship. It's like, that's not what it is. It's orcs versus humans. That's literally the name of the first Warcraft game, the RTS, orcs versus humans. And it was legendary. And World of Warcraft was legendary because it had 10 years of that IP backing it up. And I loved World of Warcraft. Like, I remember when it came out, dude, oh my gosh. Just, you get, if you played the RTSs, you remember this, right? You played the RTS, you loved the game, you played StarCraft, you played all the other RTS games. then you start playing EverQuest, and all these MMOs start coming out, and then you're like, World of Warcraft. You watched that trailer, you got chills because it was a Blizzard trailer. Blizzard, like, literally would spit out gold with every single trailer that they did, right? And then you enter the world and you literally get first-person view teleported into that same NPC you were playing when you were playing the strategy games. And you felt like the world was alive and dangerous, and you also knew you couldn't go everywhere because the orcs would kill you, right? Because you're a night elf, you're not welcome there. That portion of the game is blocked off to you. You can't go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. Oh no, you can be friends with everyone, you can get along with everyone, you can go to any city you want, like, we're not gonna block any of the content away. Like, that's just bad game design, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be killed for being a wood elf, you know, in game, of course. It's like, I don't know, they don't make them like they used to, you know? I do like the new expansion where they put the housing in. I think they did a really good job with the housing. I've never played it personally, so I'm just, you know, going off of personal imagination. Sorry, but it looks cool. Jeez, man. Sorry, my brain. I'm really bad at thinking and doing at the same time. Why can't I put this on? Are you sure you want to tune a cloth cape? I mean, I guess. It's a freaking cloth cape. Rusty Scimitar, 4 damage, 29, 5 damage, 35. Now we're gonna keep the 4 damage. Alright, sorry guys, I went off on like 3 different tangents. J.R. Stark said, that's kind of cringe, Cal. A peace dog. Oh, J.R. Stark said, this was my Middle Earth. Kel said, the way I see it, evil is behind all of this. Evil cannot create anything new. It can only corrupt and ruin what was invented or made. Yep, you're right. Sorry, went down the wrong pipe. Classic Ever said, ding, 48. I was gonna go to bed, but maybe I'll push to 50 since you're streaming. Well, I'm just happy to be here, so hopefully you enjoy yourself. You're good. Talk about it, brother. J.R. Stark said, you're good. Classic Ever said, talk about it, brother. J.R. Stark said, 79. Ding, you're 65. Peace Dog said, sleep is what you do between spawns. Classic EverQuest, that's right. Kel said, you're so optimistic, me not so much. Classic Ever said, /T, Peace Dog, LOL for real. Kel said, is he on Rivervale? Every other streamer is on there, so I started there. Yes, I'm on Rivervale. JR Stark said, LOL, no doubt, I totally can see it. Yeah, Rivervale. Grats, that's disgusting. JR Stark said, Peace Dog said Warcraft was a game. Holy crap, how much chat did you guys dump on me? Warcraft was a game about War of Gods, for God's sake. Yeah, exactly, Peace Dog. J.R. Stark said G.I. Joe. Yes, I remember G.I. Joes. Yeah, the Army Men, the G.I. Joes, like all that stuff was good. J.R. Stark said good versus evil. LOL. Peace Dog said best trailers of all time. Yeah, Blizzard is 100% like the legend at all that stuff. Role-playing, exactly what, and J.R. Stark said, exactly, they don't make them like they used to. J.R. Stark said, I'm totally digging this music. Is this game's music, or are you playing something different? No, this is my music. Everything here, and I'll just say it, y'all, some people are gonna be like wussies about it, and say, I don't like that. It's everything. I spent like 12 hours, generating my own playlist with Suno. Made like a lot of different prompts, so everything you're hearing is like custom prompted by me, but it's generated by AI. I love AI. I hope that it continues to grow and succeed. I have nothing against it, I do question some of the things about the data centers popping up in every way, but I'm not one of those anti-AI evangelists or whatever. Thing is, like, when technology changes, like, it's a given. People are going to lose their jobs, right? I'm sure the carpenters lost their jobs when they invented factories like what is this, like steel mill? Not steel mill. Geez, like I forgot what it's called. What is it called, guys? There's a place where they make. Okay, the bad example, but before we had calculators, all arithmetic had to be done on paper. And then after calculators, you had to make calculations on the calculator and then write them out. Then you got an Excel spreadsheet. You no longer needed the calculator because you could literally just type in things and then, replace it, right? I remember when Photoshop was first coming out, all the artists were up in arms. They're like, this is not art. Photoshop is not art. This is digital. This is not the same as painting and drawing and pencils. And what happened? It 100% became art. And now it's praised, and people are like looking at people that do Photoshop art, and it's like, oh, this is amazing. Photography. Photography used to require you get trained, specialty, go into dark rooms. You had to do all this stuff. It was a craft. And then digital photography came out. I'm sure it put a lot of people out of business there. Typewriters, computers, right? That technology got changed. Landlines, when they used to do, there used to be literal people sitting in an office. They were fully employed, and they would do the switchboards for phone calls. When they streamlined computers and all that telecommunication stuff, all those people lost their job. Duh, right? Because they got replaced by something. But those people went on to find new work, right? Where they probably migrated from being the phone switcher person to maybe sitting at a computer managing that telecommunications relationship with the customer or whatever, or answering the phone and saying, welcome to fill in the blank company. Encyclopedias. There used to be a guy going door to door in the 90s, and they literally would go and sell you encyclopedias. I remember that. My dad spent like $2,500 on a set of encyclopedias. I freaking loved it. I used it for all my homework, for everything. And then what happened? All of those people went out of business because you don't need typewriters when you can just go on the internet and do a Google search. And by the way, there was a lot of people that were against the internet when it was first coming out and saying, this is just a fad. This is going to disrupt and do all this other stuff. So I literally can keep going. Like, it's so easy to draw logical comparisons of how technology changes the world around you, and just blindly saying, AI bad. Sorry, dude. I can't even begin to entertain that conversation. Now, and here's the thing, it takes away from the real issues too. When people are just blindly saying AI bad. Let's talk about actual issues, hey, they're building a data center right next to a residential area. We need to keep these people in check so they don't do that. There's plenty of land, there's plenty of ways of evolving technology. I think Elon is trying to do data centers in space now, which is actually a pretty good idea when you think about it, because solar, unlimited energy, blah, 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 blah. So it's those are the issues we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on, hey, let's make sure this thing is safe. Let's make sure that the people that are in charge are not building it for their own gain, which obviously any business is good. The main, by definition, of business is for personal gain. You're providing a service and then you're going to pay me for it. I wouldn't start a business for free. I would do it because it's for my gain, right? But the key thing is there needs to be safety regulations. We need to make sure the people that are in charge of building this stuff are, there's regulations in place. These are the conversations that should get all the attention. Not, AI bad because, I'm losing my job as a voice actor. It's bro, the place where I worked, 20% of the company got laid off because of AI. I 100% know from firsthand experience how bad it sucks to lose a job. It's terrible. And I apologize because I don't talk about real world issues on here often. I'm so sorry I went off on this tangent, but let me just finish this thought. That doesn't mean we halt progression of technology and the evolution of us as a human race moving on to the next frontier because someone lost their job. That's all I'm saying. Losing a job is terrible. I've been there. I've seen other people through it. We need to come together and help each other in those situations, but we can't halt progression of technology for the sake of that individual. So I'm done. And I apologize. I don't talk about this stuff. Somebody's gonna get super mad at me, but I don't care. So yeah, hopefully that answered your question. So yeah, I made like 8 hours of music, and honestly, it's because the main reason is because anytime I play music, I have a playlist of fantasy music that I've been building since 1999 or 2000. It's over 24 days worth of non-stop music, everything from Lord of the Rings to this to that, and I can't play any of it because I get hit by copyright strikes non-stop. It's like copyright strike, and it's like, all right, man, screw you guys. I'll just make my own. There you go. Problem solved. So basically I made I think 24 hours worth of tracks, and I made all the prompts. So like there's different stuff. Like I got Spanish guitar type vibe songs. I've got Roman era songs. I've got like Slavic folk style songs. I got Asian style songs, and all of it is like in the fantasy realm. So I think this is one of the Asian ones actually. So yeah, some of it is goes really hard, man. But chat got super quiet when I started talking about AI. They're like, "Oh, I'm gone." See, sorry guys. I'm not big on. I'm not a trend follower. I know it's very popular to hate AI, but I apply common sense. I think about it logically. I think about the good, the bad, and in between, and I make my own decision based on what I think. It's just my opinion, right? So it might not be the popular thing to say, but it's the honest thing to say, and I'm always going to be honest with y'all when it comes to my opinion. So GR Stark said exactly, okay. GR Stark, I'm totally digging the music. It's the game music. J Stark said, I've been using Suno. GR Stark, I love the adventure. It is very, I don't like to say scary, but it is very scary. Like this whole thing, this journey that we're on, bringing this technology to life, like literally thousands of books have been written about where this might lead. And it might lead there. We might go into a Terminator area. It might go into Warhammer 40k. Y'all remember in Warhammer 40k lore, there was a utopia before the war broke out, and AI was helping them do inter-galaxy travel. There was it was the golden era, and then AI went rogue, and then all this bad stuff happened, and then and again, I'm gonna butcher the 40k lore because I'm not like a big follower of it. Like I love it, but I'm not like well versed in 40k lore. But in Warhammer 40k lore, from what I understand, after the AI got all like crazy, they banned it, and it was like heresy or something like that. The Dune lore, the exact same thing. AI was banned. And this is before AI existed, right? These books and these lores and these stories was all written before the age that we're in right now. So it's been predicted over and over and over that like we could introduce like our own demise with this. So yeah, it's kind of scary, it's kind of exciting, but I mean, look man, you just gotta roll with the punches of reality. Every day you wake up, we need to be grateful for the breath that's in our lungs, and we need to make a positive change to the people that are close enough for us to touch. Worrying about what's going to happen in 10 or 20 years is not going to get us anywhere. Planning for how we can make the arrival to the next 10 to 20 years as comfortable of a landing as possible is right, but worrying about it is not something I'm going to partake in, right? My bad. So humans, J.R. Stark said humans are great at half researching and developing technology while completely disregarding the consequences until it's an issue. Yeah, 100%. They need to be careful with what they're doing, and they need to be less intrusive on how they do it. You know, I'm very well versed. I used to live up in VA, and Ashburn, Virginia, is data center like haven. This is before like we had all these conversations. There was data centers for servers before AI, and these data centers are back to back to back to back to back to back. I think they calculated 80% of the world's internet traffic used to go through the town I lived in, right? So they can be very intrusive, and there's got to be a better way of making sure that we're not impacting the people around it. Because I've seen some of these data centers that they've built specifically for AI, and the ambience, like you guys heard me complain about like audio and perfection and all this stuff, and I'm trying to eliminate the fan noise in the background. I'm trying to make sure that this, okay. Imagine going outside and there's a constant humming that wasn't there. Like you used to go to your backyard, you used to kick up, you used to grab your coffee, you used to listen to the birds, chill with your dog, he's running around, throwing around the ball, having a great time. You hear the laughter of your kids. And now you try to do all this same stuff, but there's a humming noise from the data center. Like, come on, dude. We don't need to be that clumsy with it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, humans are, J.R. Stark said, when one falls, we all fall. When one rises, it all rises. Nice. Is your playlist on Suno public? No, it's not. I'm gonna keep it private. My bad, man. I got you way off your focus. Yeah, hey, man. That's I'm just here to hang out with you guys, dude. I'm just the game is just background noise. I don't even know what I was doing. I'm like clicking. I'm literally clicking buttons, but I'm like running in circles. Sorry. Anyways, let's sell some of this stuff, dude. My bad, man. I got you way off focus. Classic Africa. Dude, I used AI, an AI cover of Toto African sang my own custom lyrics. That was EQ and Karana instead of African. I still got hit with copyright for melody. That's so dumb, dude. But actually, the melody is important. So, I've seen 536. I've seen some of the stuff, and honestly, the funny thing is, like, I don't even know why I'm making such a big deal out of it, because almost every single YouTube video I see of people playing EverQuest, they have AI generated thumbnails. Like the thumbnail I'm using right now is not AI generated. Every single thumbnail I make it. I have a system. I like the way it is. I don't want it AI generated. Like, not everything needs to be AI generated, right? But I don't expect it to be an issue, because like I said, most of the people that I've seen playing EverQuest, they all are using AI one way or another. So I don't even know. It's like a non-issue, so I don't even know why I'm bringing it up. I guess because I'm always trying to be reasonable with people. So like, if I like something or I don't like something, I always give you the reason why. So sometimes I go on these tangents, right? Because that way you can't corner me and say, oh, this, that. It's like, nope, I gave you the context. I shared why this is my opinion. We can agree to disagree, right? But that's the way it is, right? So when you hear me go on these tangents, it's because I like to explain my thought process and why I make the decisions I make. J.R. Stark said, that sucks. I would have loved to hear that. I want to hear it. Classic EverQuest. We're going to check it out. LOL, it's still up. It just can't be monetized. You can probably switch up the melody a little bit, but Classic EverQuest said it's not good. I suck at singing. I suck at singing. My bad. I gotta fix my chat so I can actually read everything. Yeah, and that's another thing, by the way, you know, regarding sucking at singing. Like, I love to sing, but I don't have a good voice. I love to make hip-hop instrumentals, but I'm not that good at it. I hear the sound in my head I hear the rhythm, I hear the melody, but when it comes to spending hours and hours and hours in the FL Studio and mastering and leveling, it's really hard for me to get it right. So what? I can't participate in making music now because I'm not a master at this craft. You know, if I can take the sound that's in my brain and superimpose it into a prompt and say, at the very least, just, hey, generate this specific melody I'm hearing in my head into a hip hop instrumental. I can take it from there and finish it off in FL Studio, right? So it can be a supplemental thing. It's not just like, oh, I'm using AI for everything. And then after that, I can hit record and I can, you know, drop some verses in there, you know. Or if I get writer's block and let's say I'm writing out specific bars, right? And I got my chorus, my hook, I got, you know, my verses and everything, and I get stuck on this one verse. I was like, there's a word I'm looking for here, and it's like, it's supposed to bend with this word, but it's, you know, I would probably drop it in and say, hey, this is what I'm picturing in my head. Help me clean up this verse so it flows into this other verse, but using this wordplay that I'm trying to achieve. For some reason, like, my brain is not working. So it's not about replacing your thinking, it's about augmenting your thinking and making you better at what you do. And that's my biggest thing, is I think this tool should not replace your thinking, it should augment your thinking, it should make you better at what you already do. So, and that I don't think AI will ever replace human ingenuity and creativity. That's our superpower. That's what makes us amazing. And when we use these tools to make ourselves like cyborgs, basically, it only illuminates our genius as a human race. Classic EverQuest said, I suck at singing. J.R. Stark said, okay, I'm going to get you off on a tangent. There's an episode of Wise Files talks about genetic knowledge. There was 2 studies done basically proving that knowledge is genetically transferred. Interesting. Kel said, I could only imagine living next to one of those data centers, the noise pollution. Yeah, it sucks, dude. J.R. Stark said, down generations, maybe it's what's going on with the all fear AI. In the experiment, the mice were taught to fear light or dark. Hey, I'm sorry, I gotta catch up. Again, the data center went up. A data center went up here, and the town had meetings and stuff, and no one attended, didn't pay attention until the noise popped up. Exactly. Everyone wants to be a keyboard warrior, but when it comes down to voting, when it comes down to showing up at your local town, nobody shows up. Everyone loves to signal and show off how much they care about something, but they're not like willing to be a man or a woman enough to stand up and actually go explain why something is bad and complain about it and gather your community and stand up to the local city officials and make change. So unless somebody's doing that, it's like I don't want to hear your, you know, Twitter post about how hip you are with the times and down with this and down with that. It's like, talk is cheap, bro. Classic EverQuest. Most of those look really bad, even if it's nice and neat. They all look the same and not really the right vibe of the game. Minesweep said, hey everyone, did you say agree to disagree? I'll never agree to that. Give me a second, boys. I need to refill my my coffee. All right, I'm back. By the way, when I went AFK, I was listening to that song in my headset, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful, dude. Freaking love it. Let me take a moment here and catch up. So, LOL Minesweep. Yeah, hey everyone, did you say agree to disagree? I'll never agree to that. The Classic EverQuest said, hey, what's up, Minesweep? JR Stark said, I'm trying to do this with Suno right, but when you play back, it's... I'm trying to do this with Suno right, but when you play back, it's... Minesweep said, I's classic. Classic EverQuest said, it's classic now. Yeah, I forgot. It's Classic XP. JR Stark said, FL Studio, Fruity Loops. Fruity Loops is a DAW, D-A-W. It's a tool for making music. I've been using it since I was like 10 years old. It's a digital audio workstation. That's what a DAW is. And so it's like Logic Pro, it's like GarageBand. It's better for beats because it has a really good sequencer, but you can also record audio on it. I used to use Logic Pro, GarageBand, Acid Pro. I used to use a lot of different audio stuff, but FL Studio for me is just, it does everything. So I dropped $600 on the license, so now it just sits there collecting dust. Minesweep said, oh sweet, the evil twin has quit Legends. Oh my gosh. I's classic. Oh, and this is so remember how I said I have like Spanish, Roman, Slavic. This is the Arabic fantasy playlist. So it's jumping in between because I got it on shuffle, but you hear that? It's dope, dude. I love it. All right, I'm trying to do FL Studio, Fruity Loops. Yeah, JR Stark said Fruity Loops. All right, now you guys are trolling me. Fruity Loops, yes, it's you're a Fruity Loop. How about that? Classic EverQuest said Minesweep. Yeah, U60 yet? Classic EverQuest said 50. I mean, Minesweep said no man. Unlike in the beta, I almost have no spare time now, so I'm 20 now. You? Classic EverQuest said, dang, you blew your wad on beta. Haha. JR Stark said, dude, your way of thinking is what has brought me back. LOL. I'm glad to hear it, brother. I mean, I would like to assume that the vast majority of people that have an IQ above 80 think this way. It's really not that hard to just use a little bit of logic and common sense and come to these conclusions. And I think that a lot of people think this way that are not terminally online. So yeah, Minesweep said, haha, I sure did. Now I'm going more work every day. Work. Who likes work? JR Star said, I don't know, FL was still around. Used it back in the day. Yeah, it took me a minute to remember. Bihi Bruga. Ayy. Sorceressa Jolina. Oh wow. Smiley face. JR Stark said, I love it, man. Very tranquil. A shanty. Heck yeah. Yeah, I didn't even realize I had a shanty. Oh, I did. I also have Viking music. Alright, let's actually play the game. Sorry, I'm gonna try to keep up with chat moving forward. Like I said, I've been super rusty, man. Taking a month off is a long time. So let's see. I got 1 platinum. Let's go see if we can buy the rest of our spells. Vape. You look so cool, dude. I wonder if they have fall damage back in the... JR Stark said, this is a Viking shanty now that I've heard the vocals. Yeah, I think it was from my Viking playlist. Dude, the frog locks look so cool. Okay, he's a little too fast for me. I gotta remind myself, if I click this... Yes, cool, look at me, I'm a pro EQ player now. Yeah, and here's the thing, like, we talked about like production value and my obsession with like perfect audio quality and perfect video quality. Like, we're playing EverQuest in 4K. Why? Because we can. I'm using a $600 microphone for EverQuest because we can. So it's like, I want to have my background music. Sometimes it's going to be Eminem music. When I'm playing Eminem, I'm going to turn up the sound. Sometimes I'm going to play games when the music is kind of so I'm going to turn off the music and listen to something like this. You know what I'm saying? And it makes it, like I've always said, like, I don't want a live stream to be like a live stream. I want it to be VOD quality. I feel like it should be the same as me sitting there editing a video for hours. Instead of doing that, what if I do all the editing while I'm streaming, essentially? So it has that same production value as a edited video, right? So it's like it's like I was gonna say paper mache. It's like a tapestry. Like, we're putting stuff together until we get to a place where it feels like a pre-recorded, pre-edited video. That's the goal that I've always been going for when it comes to this hobby of mine. And now that I can generate my own playlists without the YouTube police coming after me, which they're probably still gonna try, but that's why I'm keeping records of everything, because I own the licenses to all of these songs. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not going to publicize them. I'm going to keep all these specifically for this use case. I have my receipts for every single song, and every time YouTube comes to me and tries to say, oh, this is da-da-da, I'm going to say, nope, here's my license. You can kindly undo whatever you think I'm doing wrong. And just got to play their game. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry, guys. $30 a month to Suno. I paid $30 a month, but I downgraded to $10 a month. The $30 one didn't make sense for me. So the $30 a month gives you more credits, and it gives you like the ability to do the editor. So like, let's say you're making a beat, you can do that, and then you can click on their editor, and then you can like get down to the minutiae or whatever, the fine details, which is really cool, right? Because that goes back to like, hey, if you're already a sound engineer, this is you augmenting your ability. Anyway, I used the $30 one, but then I was like, I really don't need these many credits, because like I said, I've generated over 1,000 songs by now, and yes, I was using the $30 a month, but I still couldn't even run out of credits. So I downgraded to the 10 meg, $10 one. I don't know why I said 10 meg, and it's been perfectly fine. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to remember how to play this game. Okay, so I have minor healing, flame lick, snare, tangling weeds, burst of fire. Does it tell me if I've already bought it or no? Show only items I can use. Skin like wood, endure fire. Okay, this is gonna get annoying. Here, I'm gonna take a quick screenshot, pick up screenshot, put it over here. All right, let's talk to this lady again. All right, so skin like wood, check, not check, so let's buy that. Okay, next, endure fire, I don't need it. Dance of fireflies, don't need it. Sense animals, don't need it. Lull animal, don't need it. Panic animal, I don't. I'll end up buying it just for the sake of being a completionist, but I don't need it. And what level am I? I'm level 3, so whirling wind. Word summon, we don't need that. I think that's it. Skin like wood. Yeah, I don't need anything else. when I get into my completionist mode, then I'll worry about it. Okay, let's move this over here. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, and like the whole purpose of like these playlists and all this stuff is for y'all's entertainment. You know, a lot of people, they don't come to these streams to listen to me talk, but they come to the stream to fall asleep because they know I'm really good at making people fall asleep. Because I got a monotone and boring voice and I talk about absolute nonsense. What better way to fall asleep at night than to listen to someone like that? So sprinkling the cherry on top is the background music, you know? All right, so we got everything we need. What? Oh yeah, I'm tripping. Oh, cool. Somebody unsubscribed. Unscribed. I read that from the corner of my eye. Behebruga said unscribed, and I saw it, and I didn't see your name. It said unsubscribed. I was like, yes, we finally got one. We convinced somebody to unsubscribe. Yes. And actually, I know you guys have heard me say this more. I've said this before, and some of you probably think I'm still joking to this day, but ever since my subscriber count crossed 1K, I think it's like 1.24K, I started getting uncomfortable. I was like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. Like I was talking to one of my friends on the internet, and I was like, I don't know if I want to keep streaming, yo. Like I did not want to break 1K. I didn't think I would break 50, and now that there's like 1,000 eyeballs, and that's not counting the people that aren't subscribed, I'm like, that's way too much, dude. It's way too much attention. It's way too much to think about. Like, I don't like to be on the internet, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have social media. I don't have anything, and it's because I don't want to be on the internet. Just that's my choice, right? And here I am on the internet to more people than I'm comfortable with, but honestly, the thing that keeps me here is you guys. If I didn't have the best community on the internet, I would not be doing this. You guys are so much fun to chill with, and that's what keeps me coming back. So, Minesweep said, ooh, work calls, have fun, mates. Nice to see you streaming again, Class&Cool. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being here. GR Stark said, crappy studio, a wannabe FL. Crappy studio? What is that? Behi Bruga said, there's a good new quality of life. If you press L, go to spells, you can have it show you unscribed spells. Oh yeah. Show unscribed spells. There it is. Oh, you're a legend, dude. Yeah, that's huge. I need to start. Oh, because it also has these skills too. Okay, so let me just look at this really quick to see if I got it. Okay, I got kick. Oh yeah, you can do auto kick. So we're gonna do auto kick. Anything else? Fine, fishing, camp. No. Okay, let's go kill some more stuff, guys. I'm sorry. Should we test the fall damage? Nope, I did not mean to do that. Oh, what? I was joking about testing the fall damage, but then I fell anyways. What in the freak is this? Why is there no fall damage? It's funny. Like, it's falling and dying is funny, especially when you're panicking and you're running from an NPC and you're like in Lava Storm Mountains and you fall to your death. That's hilarious. Why would they take that away? The excitement was genuine. I laughed. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna pull as much as we can. Now that we have flame lick my flame. Suno's max subscription comes with a wannabe DAW. You probably just convinced me to drop my sub. Yeah, but it's a wannabe DAW, and it's not, like, it doesn't do anything for me, you know. Just, if all you want to do is generate songs and generate sound effects and generate, like, that's another thing I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start doing sound effects, because if I ever do start doing edited videos, like, it makes it a lot easier. Now, I also like creating my own sound effects. That's one thing I used to do back in the day, is I used to take, like, a can or something like that, or paper, and, like, crumple it, and then I would change, like, the reverb and the compressor and all this other stuff, and I would just make my own sound effects, and partly because it was fun, you know what I mean? But nowadays, it's like, everything is moving so fast, so it's like, it's nice to just be able to be like, all right, I need this sound of an explosion for, like, my transition. It's like, boom, it's there. So yeah, I don't need the DAW. Do you have safe fall? No, because I'm not a monk. I switched it up. I went with the Paladin instead, so I don't know why I would have safe fall, especially at level 3. Safe fall is something you have to level up, from what I understand. I should probably not die. Wrong nuke. My bad, I forgot you are Pally now. No, you're cool, J.R. Stark. I mean, I almost started to question if I was still a monk, because why the heck did I not die? End game, that is. Let me see if turning it down to... Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the game audio at 80, and that's gonna balance things out nicely. I'm actually excited, dude. I feel like you guys have no idea how stressed I was about my audio messing up. I literally was like, I don't know. I can't put it into words. It was just like, think about it. This is a hobby. I don't get paid for this, like, you know, it's just for fun. And it was like, I refuse to go live. I refuse to stream until this is fixed. I was like, and other people were trying to convince me, like, dude, it's okay. I mean, it sucks, but, like, don't worry, you sound great. I'm like, I get it. I sound great to you, and you appreciate things, and most people will never hear it, never pay attention to it, but it's like, I hear it. You know what I mean? Because I do this for my own entertainment more than anything else, because I finish the stream and then I turn it on and I watch the whole thing from beginning to end, and I fall asleep watching it. You know, and I do that for every single stream. So I hear every single imperfection and I take note of it, and then I fix it later, you know? But when it's so, like, when it's actually something critical and then I don't know how to fix it, it's like, I was pissed, dude. Because it was like, this is my hobby too. This is like this is my time away from work, away from the kids, away from the responsibilities. It's like, all right, not only are we gonna play some EverQuest, but we're gonna hang out with the boys. You know what I mean? So like when the audio was jacked up, it took away the fun of even doing this. I was like, now it's not fun anymore, because it's like a chore trying to keep it from being messed up. So, and plus, like, buying a new mic was so unnecessary, like so dumb. Like I had to like convince myself. I was like, you shouldn't have done it, but hey, it will future-proof you, because then when you go do some of your other hobbies, like with music production, you're gonna have something better than a pod mic USB, which is a phenomenal mic. Like for $199 or $99, depending on which version you get, the Rode pod mic is such an amazing microphone. Like I would literally, anyone starting, I'd be like, just get that. Just get that and get a Scarlett interface. Like you don't need anything with faders, you don't need anything crazy. You get a Scarlett USB interface, you get a pod mic, and for like $99 even, you don't need the pod mic USB unless you're gonna plan on using USB, and like you're set for life. Like it's just really good for the price. Ooh, Lantern Beetle, what's up? My bad, I forgot a Pally now. Peace Dog said, I have a monk and Pally, and they go together like peanut butter and jelly. Bard's the bread. The bard is the bread? Oh yeah, of course. The bard is everyone's bread. I didn't choose the bard out of spite, because everyone has a bard, so I'm like, alright, now I definitely can't be a bard because everyone's a bard. But it's because it's like OP, you know what I mean? It's a really good, like having a bard in this game is like, it's like a cheat code. It's so good because you get all the utility. Man, it's crazy how the brain, it just doesn't function the same way. Like if I wasn't talking with you guys, I would be so much more on point, but like I'm so scatterbrained right now. Alright, can we turn off this before I forget? Is it Shift S? Nope. Control S, Alt S. Let me go all the way back up in chat. Shift T opens the title weapon. Okay. Oh crap, look, my notes are still here from beta. Nice. Shift T opens the title menu. Okay. Oops. Clear. I'm sorry, it's just too much. It's kind of tacky. That's awesome. As soon as I heard about EQL, I knew my first two classes would be Monk and Bard for the Xan-Phi lore. Took me a while and some experimenting to land on Pally for third. Yeah, no, that's a really good... I mean, I've always wanted to play a Bard, and I think this is as good as time as any to try out a Bard. Now, I'm not gonna do it on this playthrough, but one day I might do a Bard. Like they did such a good job with this game, dude. Like good job to like the team, because they really, like I had my doubts. I really did. Like there's no way I wasn't gonna try it, but I didn't think I was gonna like it. I was like, it's literally not my idea of EverQuest, you know? Okay, this is gonna be like a 50-second break. 1 second, I need to do something. Alright, I'm back. Oh yeah, I forgot I can dual wield. Why am I not dual wielding? You guys notice I always keep my inventory open? I need to stop doing that. J.R. Stark said, Fancy the Bard. The Enchanter AoE. And by the way, somebody said Rivervale has all the streamers. That's not even true. I think Hallis has all the streamers. I joined Rivervale to get away from the streamers, but I guess this is where all the streamers went. I'm like very antisocial when it comes to that kind of stuff. The only people I think I'd ever play with that are streamers is like Slayheim and Classic EverQuest and like everyone around that orbit basically. With great power comes great responsibility, as Spidey would say, and I'm not trying to. Ain't nobody got time for that. Too much attention from too many people. Ooh, I have mail. You have unread mail in your inbox. That's cool. I am still learning Bard, and it's a blast, Peace Dog said. Peace Dog said, that's where almost all my AAs have gone for Bard AAs. You know what? All my AAs went into my Ranger so that I could have the strongest bow possible, and I'm gonna do it again. So, picture this, guys. Again, I'm Thranduil, right? But I'm Legolas's dad. So obviously, how did Legolas get good with the bow? Because daddy taught him. So I'm gonna be good with the bow. And I'm gonna be dual wielding swords. And I'm gonna be wearing plate armor. It's gonna be sick. So yeah, all my A's are gonna go into bow. I'm gonna get Master Fletcher. I'm gonna get a crazy bow. I'm gonna level it up to like 1000. I'm gonna get the craziest arrow. I'm gonna level that to 1000. And then I'm gonna do like a whole bunch of other crazy stuff to 1000. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. Anyways, J.R. Stark said, Ranger, Warden, Mage, I think I would go. Warden Mage? What's a Warden Mage? Explain, please. Classic EverQuest said, just me and the Quorum boys are on Hallis. Everyone else went to Rivervale. That sucks, dude. I should have went to Hallis. I seriously didn't know that. Now I'm regretting being on Rivervale because I'm with everyone else. Do you ever notice that I try to do like the opposite of what everyone else is doing? It's terrible. Sorry about that. It's like I try to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing, and then I end up doing exactly what everyone else is doing. Either that or everyone else is doing what I'm doing. Reversing, you know. Just me and the Corn Boys. Kel said, I don't know if you ones on YouTube are on Rivervale. Okay, well, again, it's not going to matter that much. I have a whole community of friends, and like it's so hard for me to like match up the times because it's 3 a.m. and what other sane person that's in their 30s or older is on at 3 a.m. playing a 26-year-old video game, 27-year-old video game. What is this? Level 99? Okay, I can't attack it. I wonder if they change. Good for you. I wonder if anyone will troll them and train them while they're streaming. That would be fun, but I don't think you can. I think they took that away. I think it's like first person to attack gets all the credit, and you can't help another player unless you do like /yell or something like that, which is kind of lame. But I get it because it's the EverQuest community, and there's just like any MMO, there's good toxic people and there's non-toxic people, so I understand. Look at this dude, man. Look Look at his sword. Look at that pretty little sword. I wonder if they changed good for you. No one plays Ranger on streams. I wonder if anyone trolled them. Kent said, good for you, no one plays a Ranger on streams. Yeah, probably because it's not the meta, and that's exactly why I don't play the meta, because I don't want to play the meta. I want to play my own spin on EverQuest. It's like, if you want the meta, there's already like a dozen YouTubers and 1,000 videos that cover that, so anytime I can do the opposite of that, I'm down. And plus, I can barely even pass as a player. Like I'm barely even playing the game. I'm level 3 now, so at least I know that much. It's not so bad. EQL is mostly solo. Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't really matter. Most of the time spent is solo, unless you're like literally just trying to hang out with the boys. And well, honestly, most of it is solo, but there's still a benefit to doing group, like duos and trios, or so I hear. Classic, when he talks about it, he makes it very appealing. Peace Dog said that's the NPC that can upgrade your motes. Oh, he combines them. There are personal instances now, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly, Kel. You're absolutely right. So I get it. So these motes that I have been collecting, mote of infinitesimal potential, I can upgrade them. Here, I'm gonna grab this dude, and I don't want to interrupt their camp. Oops. I'm not running, I'm just moving him away from those people. Alright, so where's the defensive? Balanced, evasive. Let's do evasive stance. Let's heal. Uh-oh. I'm in danger. Okay, maybe it was a little too soon for me to come here. Uh-oh. Why is my spell not casting? Oh, probably because I'm in combat, duh. It's still not casting. What is happening? I guess it's because I'm in combat right now. See, I'm not a complete dummy. I just survived. He combines them. He upgrades your motes. Peace Dog said. Kel said there are personal instances now. And sorry, I already read that. Bruga said, didn't know that, Peace Dog. Do you just trade a stack with him? Do I have any bandages? I think I do. I just want to see how bandages work. Where's the L? Yeah, it's not worth it. I'll just use my mana instead. Peace Dog said, I've only ever tarded in 2 at a time for the next tier. I know you meant traded. Peace Dog said traded in beta. Haven't used them since. Got it. I'm glad you traded. Didn't know that, Peace Dog. So I've only ever traded in 2 at a time for the next tier. Okay, so I have 6. I'm gonna save all of them. There's like literally no reason for me to spend any of them right now. And there's no reason for me to be at the Orc Hill right now, so let's go back to the noob area. What's my plan? What's my quest? So, get spells. Hold on. Where's my wiki? Because I have my vision. It's been my comeback day, so it's like I've been very scatterbrained. And it's late. I normally wouldn't start at 1:15 in the morning. That's kind of crazy. Alright, so level 2 from 5. Since I'm not a paladin, so budding heal over time when finishing heal. What is that? Is that a spell? I've never heard of budding heal. Burst of fire. Okay, so there's a new nuke. Let's go get our new nuke. I'll have to for science when I get on. I can do it for you guys if you want. I don't have a problem. So you can combine 2 at a time. Let's see if we can do... Wait, hail? Wood Elf 1 exists. Assist can condense potential, make stronger. Give 2 motes, be given 1. Can condense up to grand. Okay, let's see what happens. This is going to be for science. Nope, those are for science. Let's give him all 6 and see what he does. Okay, so he basically, it's 2 at a time, right? So he did, he gave me, because I gave him 6, so it's 2, 2, and 2. So you basically can only do 2 at a time. I mean, you don't have to do 2 at a time. Like, you can put 100, but he'll give you back 50 of those. Because 2 of them equals 1 mote of minor potential. And actually, let's do this for science. What happens if I give him 2 of the upgraded ones? Is he going to combine it into a better one? Yep. So then if I find 2 of these and combine it, it's going to give me the upgrade of that, and so forth and so forth and so on. Pretty dope. See guys, teamwork makes the dream work. I would have literally never learned that until level 50, if it wasn't for you guys. Oh gosh, look at this guy with plate armor. Wait, why did his helmet disappear? Oh, let me guess, he's taken off all his plate and he's gonna be like, hey, are you a new player? And I'm gonna say yes, and he's gonna be like, here, you can have all this plate armor. And I'm gonna be like, oh heck yeah, I should have started with the Pally. Now I gotta wait for it to level 10. Nice plate, brother. Salute. Another way is just to compliment somebody and they're gonna be like, oh, you seem cool, here, have this plate. Wave by, and then wait for him to send me intel and be like, you want some? Bro, the mind games I used to play as a 13-year-old playing EverQuest, like I would find ways of getting stuff given to me for free without begging. Like I would walk up to like level 60 players and I'd be like, yo man, I'm just starting the game and I just wanted to say you look cool. And sometimes like I genuinely meant it, like, you know, you walk up to a high level, it's 1999, it's 2001, whatever. And you just like appreciate like their gear, and then they're like, oh cool, well here's like some chainmail, or I forgot what it's called, the ring. It used to happen all the time. This is some of the best memories I ever had of EverQuest from back in the day, is those higher level people just sizing me for no reason. Like I'd never have to beg, I'd never have to be like weird about it, but there was always somebody out there that would do something cool like that. That's the social aspect of like EQ I really appreciate it. Okay, so there is a spell called Budding Heal. I never knew that. Seeds your target with healing energy, healing 11 every 6 seconds for 24 seconds, then healing for 18. So it's like a regen. That's dope. That's like either from EQ Live or a custom spell, because that wasn't in Classic. Alright, so... Hold on. Druid, I'm supposed to get Burst of Fire at level 3. Where's Burst of Fire? Huh? Show only items I can use. No, show me everything. Burst of Flame. Burst of Fire. Why does it say I can't use that? I can use that. So dumb. Because I don't have that spell. Oh, I do have Burst of Fire. Oh, I see. So show only items I can use, so it will remove the ones that I've already memorized. That's quality of life right there. That's really nice. Budding Heal, so I mean, I guess we can just buy that. Even though we're not leveled up yet. Okay. We're gonna buy it now, just so we don't have to come back here. Oh, look, there's a little bit of fall damage. You fall for 9 damage. LOL, how I learned fletching in EQ2. EQ2, man. I still, like, I played EQ2 at launch. I really need to give that game a chance again. Next time they do a TLP. They did a TLP for EQ2, I think last year. And for me, it's like the perfect version of what I would want. So they did the launch version, and I think they did like 1 expansion or 2 expansions, but one of the expansions was like Secrets of Fadewar, and it's like where they put Kelethin and Greater Faydark back in the game. And I remember when I played EQ2 when it first released, my biggest disappointment, because I didn't like the direction they went. I didn't like the fact that, like, oh, it's like the shattering. It's, you know, remind me of like World of Warcraft, where they rewrote the map because they shattered everything. Like, and obviously World of Warcraft like released around the same time as EQ2, so what I'm referencing didn't happen until in later expansions. But when EQ2 launched, I didn't like that all the familiar places that I grew up, like, there was no Kelethin when EQ2 launched. It had to come out in an expansion. It was the first place I wanted to go. And then when I wanted to go to Freeport, I couldn't go to Freeport because it was an evil city, right? And you started in Kinos. So, like, I just didn't like the direction, lore-wise, that they went with it. But I understood why they did it. And honestly, I think EQ2 is just a good game in general, you know? I just never gave it a chance after launch because World of Warcraft came out, and it was, I mean, it was, I don't want to say objectively, it was subjectively, obviously, more fun. I guess maybe from an MMO perspective, objectively, WoW was the more fun game, just because there was more people playing it, right? So it's like, you kind of want to be where the party is. But I heard that EQ2 did a lot of things right. Like, for example, like you mentioned crafting. I think somebody mentioned, I think it was like in one of the Monsters and Memories streams where they were praising the crafting system in EQ2. I could be wrong. I could be hallucinating that. But it definitely has its perks. Hold on, let me grab a croissant, dude. I'm starving. 2 seconds. Alrighty, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know, that came out of nowhere, but I got like some severe hunger pangs, so I was like, yeah, need to eat something. Let's just start killing everything. Hold on, I'm not gonna eat on camera. Alright, much better. Oh, dang, dude. I got super hungry super fast. And, like, I don't eat a lot. I eat maybe like one meal a day. I don't know why I'm even saying this. That's like a terrible thing, but I normally don't get like super hungry because I don't really eat much. It's mainly because I don't have freaking time to cook. Like I'll take care of everyone else and then I'll forget to take care of myself. But I mean, it's not the end of the world either. It's not like I still get all my proteins. I still get all my like good stuff. It's just I don't eat enough to like gain the mass that I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get a lot more protein. That's what I'm saying. Like I eat, I just don't like, I don't have like a strict schedule like, oh, big breakfast, big lunch, big whatever. It's like sometimes I'll just skip breakfast and then I'll eat a nice lunch and then I'll have dinner. Stuff like that. So nothing weird like, oh, I just don't eat. But I mean, fasting's good for you too, depending on when you're doing it like correctly and safely and all that other stuff. If you're starving yourself, then that's just dumb. Or being broke sucks too. That will do it. Oh, all right. Made a sandwich myself, Kel. Good. What kind of sandwich did you make? Oh, I got some jelly from Aldi today. Peanut butter jelly sandwich sounds really good right about now. Or what do you call those things where you put the bread and the butter and you put it on the stove? What the heck is that called? But it's so good. Bane's Way. That's a cool name. That's like Bane from Batman. Bane's Way said, hey, how you been? I knew you would be streaming this soon. Good stuffs. Hey man, I'm really glad to be back too. I said it at the beginning of the stream, but I had a lot of technical difficulties in July, so I stopped streaming altogether. And then I almost never came back. So I'm really glad to be back. But yeah, this was definitely on my list of things to play. So I'm going to be kind of grinding it out nice and easy, nice and slow. I'm not going to be rushing. I'm not going to be doing a meta. I'm not going to be min-maxing. Well, I love min-maxing. I mean, I'm not going to be intentionally min-maxing. It's EverQuest. Like, you're always trying to do, like, the ideal things, right? That's what we have the wiki open for. But, like, I'm just chilling. I'm going to be enjoying EQ Legends, and I'm going to be basically just doing what is fun and what my definition of fun is. And it's going to be legendary. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to this game. Black Wolf Tooth. 2 gold. That's new. Alright, we're about to ding. Oh. One sec. Alright, I was just testing to see how the how loud the ding sound was now that I lowered the in-game volume to 80, and it's manageable. It's not bad. It's not that jarring. Like it's not even gonna happen that often. So we are Gucci. Ooh, Pixie, I haven't seen you here. Come here. Give me that dust, that pixie dust. Bainesway said, life happens, glad to see you back. What server? Hallis here, started a few days ago, but I haven't gotten much on. I'm on Rivervale. I thought this was going to be an RP server, and then turns out all the streamers are here, so whoops, that was not my goal. Yeah, she gave me that pixie dust, give me that pixie dust. And all my boys are on Hallis. So you're on Hallis, Slayheim's on Hallis, Classic EverQuest on Hallis. My other homeboy is on Hallis. Gosh, why can't I ever remember his name? Yukator's on Hallis. All the cool people are on Hallis. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna go in Rivervale because I wanna be different. Well, wish granted. So, I hope you get a chance to play Bainesway. That's, Hallis is a great server, clearly, because you have the greatest people on there. I might have to switch servers later. Maybe I'll send an email to the devs and be like, hey, I want to use my streamer privilege. Hey, that's actually a good idea. That's like the one scenario where it would actually make sense to be like, hi, I'm a content creator. And I have all this privilege, so like, do this and do that. Ugh, so cringe. Anyways, Peace Dog said, grats. Kent said, ding. Thank you, by the way. Bainesway said, well, started launch day. Well, it's hard to find time, you know, but the cool thing is, like, it's EQ arcade. Like, you can jump in for, like, 30 minutes and still do something. But it's hard not to, like, get hooked and just be like, okay, 3 hours later, whoops, where did the time go? Peace Dog. Bihebruga. Oh, sorry. Let me sit down for a second. Bruga said, speaking of min-maxing, I just found out about the Cairn Island regen necklace last night. Oh boy, dude, that sounds dope. That's one thing I'm really excited for. I'm excited for the custom stuff that they're going to be releasing. Okay. What? Hold on. Lightning? You already have lightning? When did I get invoke lightning? Oh. Wow, okay. Derp. Whoops. Give me a second, boys. I need to figure out my brain. My brain. Gotta get organized. So what spells can I do? Budding Heal? Okay, why is Camel... Hold on. It's automatically memorizing my spells? Why? I didn't buy that spell. Or did I? Yeah, because I literally bought it, but I already have it. So that's weird. So I guess some of the starter spells are automatically memorized. That's so weird. Budding Heal. Let's try this really quick. Since, speaking of regen, this is a regen spell. Bruga. So, Peace Dog said, I'm on Rivervale. What if the streamers are RPers? I mean, I'm okay with that. Ottoman Empire. I love that name. I'm on Freeport and my mom thinks I'm cool. Well, Ottoman, you are cool. Is it snowing in Kelethin? Oh, I apologize. That was a terrible gulp. I'm still getting used to the new mic, so I have no idea how bad that was. You get some spells auto on level up till level 20. Okay, well, thank you for doing that, letting me know. So that means now I have to go through the extra step of seeing which ones automatically went in play and which ones didn't. So like in this case, Budding Heal didn't automatically get memorized, but for whatever reason, Invoke Lightning and Camouflage did. So, okay. So you get some spells level up to Bane's Way. Witch Necklace. Doubles said you get auto-granted a lot of spells before level 20. Thank you, brother. Peace Dog. Not all of them, though. Make sure you go and check. Yeah, later. I'm definitely going to have to do that manually. But there are some you need to buy, Doubles said. Thank you for explaining it to me, boys. Jet Set Journeys. Jet Set Journeys sounds like a vacation planning company. Call Jet Set Journeys today and we will plan your vacation, like a travel agent. Jet Set Journeys said, where's the best place to start? What city? The best starter city in the entire game is the one that you think is the coolest. Peace Dog said, I was just kidding about RPing, but Orc Boy does RP a fair amount. Well, I mean, Orc Boy is cool, and he RPs, which makes him even cooler. So, makes sense. Behebruga at Bane's Way. There's a repeatable quest you can do for it. It's very nice. So there's a repeatable quest for the Karen people, and it's a regen necklace. Is that what I'm hearing? By the way, I really love repeatable quests. I follow Monsters and Memories, and like, I don't know. I feel like they have like a mixed opinion on repeatable quests. And like they don't really want them, but I don't understand why. I would love to hear Sean explain in detail why specifically, and I could be wrong, maybe I'm hallucinating and this never happened and he never said this, but I could have sworn he said that we're trying to avoid the whole repeatable quest thing. My question is, why? And can you give me some examples of why you're concerned about it? Because I always err on the side of caution and assume like they see the bigger picture, like if this then that, right? So I never try to assume like, oh, that's a bad idea. It's like they're the game devs, they can see into the future, you know. But it's like, why specifically? And give me examples and give me pros and cons of what it would look like if you did have repeatable quests like the Crushbone Belt quest, and if you didn't, and how it would, what would you have instead then, right? That's kind of what I want to know. Like, I don't want to just know, no, we're not going to do it. I want to know why. Because for me, like, the Crushbone Belt quest is such a staple. And I don't really, like, I don't wake up in the morning when I play EverQuest. I'm like, I'm going to go make an alt and I'm going to go buy a bunch of belts and then I'm just going to cheese my way to level 20 with orc belts. Have I done that? Absolutely. But do I wake up in the morning like thinking in my head like, oh, that's what I'm going to do today? Like, not always, dude. It's like I switch it up. But I would assume maybe that's the thing. They want to avoid people from doing that because we all know MMO players, not everyone is like me. many people will be like, level 1 to 20 is a waste of time. How do I skip this? Oh, I'm going to do this repeatable quest in Monsters and Memories. And then that's just going to be the meta moving forward. And that's all it's going to be used for. That's pretty much what I would think their reasoning is for not wanting to do it. But I could be wrong. And like I said, I could be hallucinating. And maybe they never said that. And it's like, yeah, they have repeatable quests and they plan on doing repeatable quests. And they're not going to take away the repeatable quests. A lot of repeatable quests. That's my coffee kicking in. Okay. Bruga, Bane's Way, repeatable quests. Bane's Way said, oh, cool. Bane's Way said, turning in... Bane's Way, I must say, I really appreciate you capitalizing everything and putting periods and punctuating. You're just like me, dude. Not that I have anything against the latter, but... It's just, it's like, I noticed it immediately. Like, you're capitalizing, you're putting periods, putting commas. It's, you're just like me, dude. Like, I'll write out comment, like, whatever. Like, I have to intentionally abbreviate stuff and try to be casual. Otherwise, I'll, like, write out paragraphs with, like, proper punctuation and separating by paragraphs. It's like... You'd read some of my like Discord messages and you'd think that AI wrote it just because everything has like form and whatever. That's the benefit of going to school in the 90s, is they forced us to learn how to write properly. How to like indent like paragraphs, like how to indent, how to like write paragraphs, how to avoid run-on sentences. Like the new generation is so cooked, man. Because they just have like AI write everything for them, and they don't need to even write. Like, even though I use AI every day, what I've started doing is I've started forcing myself to take the stuff I learn, for example, and then write it out. Like, I have a notepad. I'm like, I'll do research, and I'll be like, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, all right, now let me write it out. Like, even though I just read it, even though it was like explained to me clear as day, I'll take it and I'll write it out on paper just to help me keep that muscle memory of writing. And also it actually literally helps me remember stuff. So, yeah, I'm trying to do that with my kids, like, because I don't want them to like get brain rotted from, I don't know how to spell this. Let me ask Alexa, or, oh, I need to like do this research, whatever. Let me just cheese it. Yeah, anyways, that was a tangent. I was just complimenting you on your writing. So there you go. Bane's Way, oh cool. Bane's Way said, turning in Crushbone belt at level 5 and 6 was one of my best memories from 2000. You mentioned it as I typed this, lol. There you go, dude. So I'm not the only one. There's something about that quest. See, the quest feels alive, because let's say I made a friend in real life and he's a baker, and I meet the baker and he's like, yo, I really need some wheat. Okay, why do you need wheat? I need some wheat because I'm running out of wheat all the time. No problem, man. I'm gonna run to Walmart. I'm gonna bring up a sack of wheat or whatever, and I'll drop it off. All right, bet. I bring it back to him. He rewards me with like a freaking donut, and I'm like, awesome, dude. And then the baker says to me, hey, next time you're in town, anytime you're in Walmart, and you just think of me and grab me that wheat. I'll be like, all right, bet. And I'll do that repeatedly. Like, we're talking real life, right? It's a repeatable quest. I've made a connection to that person or to that NPC, whether it be a video game or real life. And now, every time I go past that specific Walmart, or maybe it's a bakery in game, or it's like a wheat making farm, you know, whatever, I go and get that stuff and I bring it to the baker. Like, now I have an emotional connection, I have muscle memory, and it's a repeatable thing. And sooner or later, it becomes obsolete. I out-level it. But that experience of that repeatable quest almost makes that NPC feel alive. It's not just like a one-time quest and, okay, accomplishment made. If anything, that feels less alive, because in real life, the relationship continues. So I would even argue, like, if the argument is, well, because repeatable quests are not immersive, it's like, well, technically, one-time quests you aren't immersive, because once the quest is completed, the NPC wants nothing to do with you. Whereas with the repeatable quest, it's almost like you've built a relationship with the said person, and now every time they see you, they know you for that Crushbone belt, and in return, they give you that armor. Anyways, I don't know why the heck I'm doing a tangent about that, but yeah, I agree with you. It's one of my favorite memories. And it's also a great way to introduce players to the game, because I remember when I was just starting out in EverQuest, I've told this story before, so I'm not going to tell it again. Maybe I'll share it on another time. But one of my first experiences was a high-level character taking me across Kelethin and Butcher Block and taking me into Paladin, and he did like 5 belts. And he gave me submitted the belt, showed me how to do it, and I learned how to do questing from there. Another example, Monk Beans, Juster, one of my best bros. He's also like the mod for my channel and my Discord and everything. Everyone that knows, like, y'all know him. Like, if you guys have been here long enough, you know who Monk Beans is, you know who Juster is. I met that dude because of orc belts. I was like a level 30 something Druid. This was on Project 1999, and what I love to do is I get to higher levels, I love to come back where it all started. So I came back to Kelethin, and I went there specifically with the goal of buffing low-level players and helping people out. I saw Monk Beans in the chat. He was trying to buy Crushbone belts. So what I did is, I think I gave them to him for free, but it sparked our relationship, and we've been best friends ever since, right? So it's like another example of how that simple interaction over a repeatable quest gave me like a lifelong friend, you know? Broga said, truly cooked. Oh yeah, the new generation is beyond cooked. It's got to be well done, burnt even. But honestly, guys, instead of being negative like I just was, we really need to take care of them. Like, it's our responsibility. And it's like, and honestly, millennials are so cringe. As a millennial, I can admit it. Actually, technically, I'm a zillennial, because I'm like in between. But anyways, I don't know if that's a made-up term, but somebody said zillennial. I was like, is that a real thing? And they're like, it is. We need to make sure the younger generation gets uncooked. Like, every opportunity we get, we need to make sure that, like, we're passing on helpful stuff from our generations, from the analog generation. So they're not just like relying on machines for everything, because I saw like you know those driving tests that you take where you're sitting and the instructor is instructing you, and they're doing your driving test, you're like parallel parking and all this other stuff. The person that was participating in the test, the student, was using her phone when the instructor said, I need you to parallel park now. And she was like, AI, what is parallel park? And he's like, dude, get off your phone. And she was just like this, like a zombie with her mouth open. And then I don't know, I think what he said is, you can use your phone while driving, but you have to do a specific thing to your phone. And she's like, oh, really? Oh, okay, how do I do it? And he's like, in order to use your phone while driving, you need to hold down the power button. And she was like, oh, really? Okay. And then it powered off her phone, so he basically, like, he tricked her, right? And only when the phone turned off, it's like she came out of a trance. And she's like, huh, what? Like, it's crazy, dude. And it's crazy what effect it has on the brain, you know? I mean, sometimes I'll be doom scrolling, and then I'll just be like, oh my God, I look up out in the real world after being stuck in my phone. I'm just like, okay, that's not healthy. That's really bad. But yeah, we got to take care of the younger generation, man. Like, we need to be role models. We need to, like, not just hate on people, but actually be like, hey man, that's cool that you're into all this new technology and stuff, but, you know, back in my day. But instead of saying it like that, maybe share it in a way where it's like, oh, here's something tight that we used to do. I'm glad skaters still exist. Like, for some reason, when I was skating and when I was younger, I thought like skating would die away or it would like morph into something else. But honestly, it remained the same as it was like in the 90s, you know, baggy jeans, punk rock, you know, the normal standard decks that we use. And like, it's like literally unchanged. I thought we would have like Back to the Future skateboards by now, but it's nope, it's exactly the way we left it in the 90s. So kudos to the younger generation for like keeping that stuff alive. Turning my Bane said, thank you, Bruga. Bane's Way said, I text my kids that way. Ha, can you imagine? Yeah, I can actually. Bruga truly cooked. Bruga said, my missus is a teaching assistant, so I hear firsthand how cooked some of them are. I homeschool for that reason. And it was homeschooling is the best decision I've ever made. And especially nowadays, there's so many like resources that you get. It really makes it really easy to homeschool, especially if you live in a state where the government subsidizes some of the expenses for your school homeschooling. Yeah, they pay for books, they pay for whatever. What do you call it? Materials, supplies. They even subsidize some of the courses that you can take, you know, in those homeschooling co-ops or whatever. It's not like what we grew up. Like when we grew up, we heard homeschooling. It was like, you imagine that like that nerdy kid that's antisocial, that doesn't know how to like exist in the real world, and then like he's socially cooked for life. It's not like that anymore. Like there's like homeschool co-ops where let's say you do everything at home still, but then like on Wednesdays you have karate, on Thursdays you have orchestra, on Fridays you have math club, you know what I mean? So you're doing your lessons at home, but then you're going out into the real world and your kids are socializing with other kids, and it's just a little bit more of a controlled environment, unlike going to school. Like, think about it. In public school, we're trusting our kids with complete strangers, waking them up at the butt crack of dawn, like 6 a.m. They get on a school bus after standing out in the cold. They're surrounded by people that you don't know. You don't know if they share your values, your beliefs, or anything. And they're shoved into that environment, which is not a bad thing, by the way, because we all grow up sooner or later, and we're going to be shoved out into this world anyway. So, like, kids need to know how to deal with bullies. They need to know how to deal with, you know, conflicts and conflict handling. So, like, I get that, but let me finish my thought. Then they go there, and then after that, especially now that everyone has phones, you have zero control, and so do the teachers. You don't know what those friends are showing each other on the phone. You don't know what your child is getting exposed to at the age of 8, at the age of 9. Like, it is wild out there. It's honestly terrifying when I think about it from a perspective of a parent. Because, like, you know, we used to be wild when I was a kid, and we used to do some crazy stuff. Like, I think the rite of passage to be a kid in the 90s is to go into the sewage drainage tunnel for the first time, where there's like water in the middle and you have to hop from left to right, but then you slip and you fall into the water and you come home super wet, and your mom's like, what happened to you? And it's like, my friend hosed me down with a hose. I definitely didn't go into an underground sewer pipe underneath the interstate. Anyways, so yeah, we used to do crazy stuff as kids too, but I mean, like, it was kind of like I said, it's analog, physical, innocent, childlike exploration and fun. Now, the exploration happens on the phone or the device, and the internet can be an extremely dark place for a 9-year-old. And that's what scares me. The fact that when they're outside of the home, it's them and the boys all have different tastes, and it's like the Power Rangers, they combine. Unite your powers. Only the powers are not for good, sometimes they're for really bad. And it's like, scary stuff, man. So, what am I talking about? Oh yeah, being cooked. Bainesway said, my first time in EQ, I made a monk in Kinos, and my friend made a high elf wizard. Thank you, by the way, for bringing it back to EQ. I'm over here going off on tangents. I was level 4 when our friend 30's cleric took me by the hand all the way to Greater Faydark. It amazed me. I was hooked. It's, you know what's really crazy though? It's how all of our stories rhyme. Like, we all have different stories, but every single one of them rhymes. Because that's exactly how my experience happened, you know? And it really makes me wonder, like, what is so unique about this game in particular, and that age of MMOs, that people were so, like, human that they wanted to actually go out of their way to help people by literally escorting them. And part of it might have been good game design, because what was one of the emotes that you can use? It's /follow, right? So maybe EverQuest doesn't tell you, hey, take a new player by the hand and escort them, but it gives you the ability, like /follow, which makes you think outside the box. It's like, hey, this guy's asking a question, why don't I just show him? And while I'm at it, I'll tell him to do /follow. So I think the game mechanics allow for some of this stuff to take place organically. But it just amazed me how there's so many similar stories where people are like, yeah, this dude took me under his wing and he showed me the ropes, and I'll never forget that memory. I have the exact same story. It was right here. Where we're standing right here. It was on an old CRT monitor on my Gateway 2000 PC. It was super foggy and super dark. I was on my Wood Elf Warrior that I just started, and I don't remember how specifically I interacted with him, but I asked a question because I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, I'm chatting with real people. This is like MRC. This is like AIM, AOL Instant Messenger. So I start just asking questions, and I think like I was doing like /shout or something stupid because I didn't know like what I was doing. And he's like, hey, come here, whatever, da-da-da-da. And he was like, I can help you. Let me add you to the group. I'm like, how do I do that? And yeah, we did the whole /follow thing. And there was something amazing when he starts running and we're running through the foggy forest of Greater Faydark, and I'm just like seeing everything for the first time. Like it hooked me. I was like, this is crazy, you know? It's definitely an amazing experience. But yeah, anyways, all I was saying is like, yeah, it's crazy how we all have similar stories. Oh, here you go. I think this is what you guys were talking about. Talisman of Kejar Karath. Mana regen, HP regen. Here, let me add this really quick, y'all. /note. Oh gosh, seriously. I thought you could highlight here. Talisman of Kejar Karath. Black alloy medallion. What is this? symbol of devotion to the cairn hero of legend. Anyways, it was dark in Great Faydark back then. It was dark. You couldn't see like 2 feet in front of you. I think people forget. Like, there was none of this. It was, and honestly, part of it was because our gamma was so low. But even after you raised the gamma, it was like the draw distance wasn't that great, because think about it. Back then, our machines couldn't handle it. Let me see if it works here. Display. Far clip plane. Yeah, it was like this. Hold on. Yep, it was like this. Either this or maybe, yeah. Yep, you see this right here? Welcome to 1999. Actually, I think this is not even it, dude. It's got to be less. Yeah, I think that's more like it. Bro, that's literally... And imagine how easy it was to get lost back then, because like you needed to use like point of... I'm getting lost right now. All right. Yo, it makes a huge difference. I was literally getting disoriented. Kind of like when you're in a plane in bad weather. Like you don't know which way is up or which way is down or left or right. That was extremely disorienting. Or it's like a sandstorm in Monsters and Memories. What an amazing game Monsters and Memories is. Give me 2 seconds. Quick bio. Alright, back. Ooh, made it back in time for the Viking song. Or actually, I think this is like more like Dwarven. I'm not sure what the inspiration was for this one. That was on Talonzek a week. Oh, I love Talonzek. I played on Talonzek too. Let me back up a little bit. My first time in EQ, I made a Monk and Kinos. I read that by Baines. Broga said, drooling TikTok brains. Oh my gosh, stop. You couldn't be more right, dude. Oh my gosh. I just thought of that meme of that dude that's just like, anyways. Bane's Way, that was on Talonzek a week before Ruins of Kunark. It was dark in Greater Faydark back then. Needed a light source was a thing though. Dude, I remember playing on Talonzek. It was either Talonzek or Balanzek, so I'm just gonna full disclosure, I don't remember. I'd have to like double check. I think I have like a screenshot or two. But I would do some of the, oh my gosh, so it was crazy. So you remember back then, people would chat in their own language, so like Dwarven, Elvish, so they can like communicate and be like, hey, there's a dwarf over here at this location, and they would like give away each other's locations, and that would be like the meta, you know what I mean? People would hide out in the trees and wait for you to like come out and like attack. There were so many things, and I think it was not full loot. I think it was when you kill somebody, you get to pick one item from their corpse. Like, I think you get some coin, and then you could pick one item. I'm almost 100% positive that it was like pick one item, and people would intentionally take stuff that wasn't good or whatever like that. I don't remember what it was, but it was the Wild Wild West, dude, and I loved it. I loved every bit of it. It was so scary existing in a world where you knew that it was like dangerous, and there was like a camaraderie between you and your fellow elves, you know what I mean? And I even think, if I remember correctly, there was I don't know if you could kill dwarves or what it was, but if you could, I think there was like almost like a agreement between the goodies that, hey, we're only gonna attack like the baddies, like orcs or I mean ogres and stuff like that. I could be making that up, but I seem to remember there was some level of like, hey, we're on the same team. But yeah, it was amazing. Alright, what am I even doing? Am I using offensive stance? I think I wasn't using offensive stance. You assume balanced stance. Ranged, offensive. And whenever I come back, because we're gonna wrap it up now, because it's super late. The goal is to get a bow. So like, I was basically trying to remember how to play the game. And now that we kind of remember everything, we're gonna focus on getting a bow, getting some fletching, getting some more spells, and I'm looking forward to when I can add the Paladin to the mix, because I think it's just gonna be really fun. Oh, I should be using tracking is what I should be doing. People in Greater Faydark calling out and shout if there was an opposing race in zone. Yeah, exactly. Why am I doing so little damage? Okay, there you go. Yeah, when I played on beta, I didn't realize how to do stances until like level 10. And I was like, wow, this game is almost as hard as Classic. Like, those offensive stances make such a big difference. See, I'm using Burst of Flame. That's another thing I'm messing up. Am I using the right hand? What is this? 4 damage, 4 damage. That's why you're supposed to use the lower delay weapon here. Okay, burst of fire. I'm gonna hang out for like 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna call it. I'm sure some of you wanna log off for the night too. I don't wanna keep you guys. A high level rogue killing the banker. Oh my gosh. That's right. Yeah, because if you killed the banker, then it's like you'd screw it up for the whole zone. They'd have to like respawn. Or killing the guards so that the low level players couldn't run for safety. I mean, and you don't even need to kill the guards. You can literally run, get aggro by the guards, run them all the way across the zone, and now all the low level players don't have guards to protect them. Which, like, think about how next gen that was back then. And now modern games don't even let you attack NPCs like guards. That's my biggest I love Pantheon. I think it's a great game, but my biggest complaint with Pantheon, and I don't know if they changed this yet, but it's that you can't attack guards, you can't attack merchants, and it's like, it's, for me, that's like very immersion breaking. It's like, oh, thanks for reminding me that I'm playing a video game and I can't do this. That's how it makes me feel. You know what I mean? It pulls me out of the game. Where's this shoulder? There it is. Yeah, that's very immersion breaking for me. Because the thing about these kind of games, right? When you grew up playing games that had invisible walls, when we thought about the future of gaming, we thought about, wow, imagine this game, but if there was no borders, right? So, attacking NPCs is like removing an invisible wall. It feels like, oh my gosh, this is like as real as it gets. It's like real life. You know what I mean? And then when you can't attack an NPC, it's like hitting an invisible wall. And it takes me out of the experience. Here's the first thing that I do. Every single MMO I play, the first thing I do is A, I try to jump off a cliff to see if I can die, and then B, I attack an NPC. That way, if I, let's say I bought the game on Steam, instead of playing for 3 hours to figure out if I like it, I literally just do those two things, and if I can't do those two things, I just delete the game and get a refund. Like, speaking of MMOs, That's why, like, the first thing I noticed when I jumped from Kelethin is, like, I took barely no fall damage, but I'm just gonna assume that that's because I'm low level, and maybe when I get to level 10, it's kind of like the death penalty, you know what I mean? So maybe when I get to level 10, fall damage will start again, but I don't understand why there's no fall damage right now. It's kind of weird. Rogue even Bruga said, you can use 2 stances, bro. Took me a while to learn this. There are melee stances and casting invocations, and you can one of each running. Oh, duh. I'm so silly. You're right. Okay, we're gonna use Spellblade. Thank you. I completely forgot about that. Let's see if it actually procs, though. I'm gonna try to get it to proc right now. You can use 2 sim. Care Hovite. The American mind, test your freedom. I love my freedom, thank you very much. I forgot, it has to be the first spell. So Burst of Fire needs to go here. Okay, I just remembered. So it's the first spell that's in your spell book. That's the one that it procs. So we're gonna use Burst of Fire. Let's see if we can get it to proc again. Bane's Way. Oh, I didn't know that either. I thought it was just one stance. No, yeah, you can absolutely. So you have your caster stance and then you have your melee stance. And the other thing that I found useful is I would jump between stances. So like what I would do is I would be like in offensive stance, and then if the fight got really like crazy, I would jump into defensive stance, so I'd start like blocking the hits, and I'd use that time to like either heal myself or I'd use it to like root the mobs or do other things, basically so I can like regain control of the fight. Like there's some really good type of like gameplay finesse that you can get into when it comes to get into that situation or whatever. To the left. Jovite Spellblade is sort of underappreciated because everyone rolled Ogre and has no dexterity. Enchanter gets Boon of the Garu, which adds 100 dex, and you can really tell the difference in Spellblade procs. Oh, that's actually very helpful, dude. So, let me see, what's my dexterity? My dexterity is 80. Yikes. No, that's actually really good to know. I didn't know that. Alright, let's see. We're gonna get our tracking skill up. I think there's a way to make it so that you can see tracking on here. Hold on one sec. I don't know. I don't really use maps in this game, so like I'm not worried about. Oh, I know how to do it. Right click. Yeah, there it goes. Map. Light background. Dark background. No background. Whoa, no. Don't do that. Oh crap. Now I'm not gonna be able to find the border. Minimal map. jeez. Compact map. Oh. Alright, map source. Let me fix this, guys. Sorry. I don't know why I'm messing around with this right now. Yeah, but Carjovite, I really like Spellblade. I think it's really cool. It really plays into that that Spellblade fantasy. What just happened? Did I just get a message or? Carjovite said right click the top. Thank you. That's the whole map thing, yeah. And also this right here. Track. Anyways, I'll worry about this later. But I definitely need to level up my my tracking. All right. I said I'd stay on for about 10-15 minutes, so I'm just gonna hit my next level, and that'll be a great stopping point. Checkboxes at the bottom, ring and NPC. Checkboxes at the ring and NPC. Okay, so ring. Ring and NPCs. Okay, cool. Okay, nice. But I only want yellows. Thank you. Thank you, Bruga. And thank you, Carjovite. Bane's Way said, good info. I have a cleric / warrior. Will take a wizard and druid up to 25. But after that, I want a Shah for the trio. Shaman. Carjovite said, yeah, I just like that there's all these neat tools to sort of have different experiences and playstyles. I agree, 100%. It's like make your own EQ almost. All right, we're getting close. Bainesway said, good admit. Carjovite said, yeah. Kel said that AA is fun. Oh yeah, the fact that you can do AA in the game is really cool. Especially because like Ranger wasn't really OP until archery with the Ranger wasn't that great in Classic EQ. Once AAs got introduced, then doing range damage with the bow actually meant something, you know? But before Luclin, it wasn't... I hate Luclin. Before Luclin, I'm gonna say it my way. Before Luclin, it was not that great. Like, basically it's just, oh, you have a nice bow and then you have nice arrows, but there wasn't like any multipliers until we got AAs specifically for archery. So the fact that you can be level 5 right now, collect AAs and start leveling them up for your own playstyle is really, really cool. How much money do we have? Oh snap, boys, we have almost 4. Yeah, no, we have 3. 3 platinum. I'm crashing Knight. Yep, Bane's way. I'm right behind you. This is the last kill right here. Second to last kill. This is going to be the last kill right here. Can't believe I stayed up this late. No, what the heck, dude? Okay, this is the last kill right here. I'm literally at 100. We did it, boys. We did it. It is time for bed. Definitely hope we can just continue this tomorrow. It's good to be back. It's good to hang out with you guys and really appreciate everything. I'm gonna go through my little ritual of saying goodbye, and then I'll leave you with maybe 2 or 3 more minutes of the music, and then we'll call it a night. So let's focus. Let's say goodbyes first. Kel, thank you for everything. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the conversation. Peace Dog, great seeing you as always. Classic EverQuest or Classic XP, depending on how you see. Great to see you. J.R. Stark, always a pleasure. Behe Bruga, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the tips, and that goes for all of you guys. Minesweep, wonderful seeing you as well. Bane's Way, thank you for hanging out. Druid ATX, thank you for being here, brother. And it's really good to see all the familiar faces. Considering I've been gone for like a month, you guys all showing up at the same time as night. Carjavite, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Kent, I appreciate you being here as well. Doubles, thank you for chilling. Sorceress Jolena. Sorceress, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. Sudanak, good to see you, brother. Shia Solo, thank you for being here. Jeez, there's a lot of you today. Gamor Leo, I appreciate you. Mr. Snugs, cool name. Thanks for being here. Ottoman Empire, that's the coolest name. And Jets Journeys, wonderful seeing you. Good luck on your travel agency. Just make sure I get a cut of that. Anyways, thank you for hanging out. Hopefully the audio is back to being better, and I will see you on the next one. So, without further ado, have a good night.